Hi Flosstube! Welcome to my channel. I'm Kim Chamberlain and I am here to talk to you today about cross stitch. I just put up my WIP parade last week and today we're going to talk about WIPGO goals for January, and also we are going to talk about what I've been stitching on for the last week. I feel pretty good about where I am in my stitching, so that's great. I'm sorry that I'm not looking at the camera. Again, whenever I film on my iPad, I never remember where to look. So I'm going to try to focus on the camera. So life updates. I think just from last week when I did my WIP parade to this week, there hasn't been much change. Back to the normal routine, you know, after winter break and getting used to everything, but we're doing okay. My dad's here spending some time with us, and my husband will be down on Friday night, and so I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get in next week. I'm hoping for a good weekend because I really want to work on my WIPGO projects because I really haven't worked on them since I announced what they were going to be. So yeah, so everything's going great. The weather's been good. I'm looking out a beautiful window right now. I was on the other side of my room the other day, which is where you saw like the dog in the background. That's a Westie, by the way, and we have a Westie, so that's one of the reasons why we have that painting. We love our dogs. We have two. Grace is currently playing the piano. I have no control over what she's playing. Please forgive her. Right now she's playing Hamilton, and she's playing Burn. And my son is in the other room next door, so if he's on the phone and he's talking loud, I apologize. Hopefully it's not too distracting for you. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So I usually the way that I talk about how my videos are formatted is I'll talk about WIPGO, then my WIPs, then finishes actually, then WIPGO, then my WIPs, then plans. I don't have any haul. I very rarely have any haul. So if you are looking for that type of thing, I very rarely have any. And the reason why I don't is because I just have a lot in stash. I don't need to order any more stuff. I have plenty of fabric. I have plenty of stuff. So I really don't need any more right now. I worked on some things that I just felt like working on. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason to what I pulled out and worked on, but I do have a finish. I actually have two finishes. One is a partial finish and one is an actual finish. So this was a 2021 start I made for my husband. I'm going to frame it for him. It's going to go in his office. And I had lost, I keep looking at my finger. I'm a type 2 diabetic and I pricked my finger to check my blood sugar and it stings a little bit. Oh, sorry if that's TMI, but anyways, so I started this for Father's Day in 2021 and had every intention of finishing it, and then I lost it. It was actually stuck. And this is like total mom life here, but it was stuck in our minivan in the back seat, like in the pocket back there. And it must have been from a time that I was stitching in the car and I just kind of stuffed it in there. And I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked through everything, could not find it. I was like, I lost that piece. I don't know where I lost it from, but I had almost all of it done. The only thing I had left to do was some of the words and like the rest of the block of cheese. It was crazy. I did show this in my WIP parade last week. So I finished it. And it says fold in the cheese, just fold it in. Oops, let me move that. This is a quote. It is from Schitt's Creek. And it is one of my husband's favorite shows. And so I stitched this for him. I got this off of Etsy. I'll put, let's see here, maybe it says in the chart who it's from. It does not say who it's from on the chart. I'll figure it out and I'll put it on the bottom. But that is my first finish of 2023. Fold in the cheese. Just fold it in. I changed the color of the words on this. They were originally in blue, and I changed them to this gray, which was like 642. I can tell you, because I have it right here. 645. So, but the rest was done in called for colors. So it's so great. I'm so excited to have this done and frame it and give it to my husband. First 2021 start that I finished in 2023, because that is my goal for this year. It's just to finish as many as I can 2020 and 2021 starts, because I'm carrying them over, and I'm done carrying them over. No more carryovers. Okay. Next up is a partial finish. And I call this a partial finish because it is a block finish for a larger piece. And I'm just trying to find, oh, it's not in here. It must be in this project. It must be in the project bag. Yes, it is. All right, so this is Frosty Forest. This is by Cottage Gardens, no, Country Cottage Needleworks, not Cottage Garden Samplings. I have another one that I'm going to show you from them. So this is the middle square. And I'm stitching this on 16 count Graceful Gray Ada. Graceful Gray Ada. 2/1. And there is my block finish. As you can see, I did not use the bead. The bead was a snowman that like went in the middle. So this stitched up really fast. So now I need to decide where I'm going to next. I think I'm going to go to this one next, which I think I'm going to do the houses, like each one of the houses in there, in the center. So I need to decide which house. There is Snow Girl's Cottage. There is Snowman's Cottage. There is Raccoon Cabin. And there is Bluebird Cabin. And I think for the bottom, I'm going to go with the Bluebird Cabin. I think the Raccoon Cabin's going to go at the top, and then the two snowman one, the snowman and snow woman one. Or either way around. It doesn't matter to me. But I think I'm going to go with this one next. I would really like to have this project done this year. There's only 9 panels. So I feel like if I did a panel a month, I could have it done by September. And I already have the first panel done in January, so. All right, so those are my 2 finishes. I have nothing fully finished, but I'm going to be working on that stuff this weekend. I was going to work on that last weekend, but I just did not have time. My schedule did not allow. All right, so let's go on to WIPGO. So the 2 numbers called this month were 6 and 10. And in my number 6 spot is, to pull it up on my phone for you. My number 6 spot is the mini Heaven and Earth design, Nature, Heaven and Nature Sing. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I love it. I'm a big fan of woodland animals. And this is where I'm starting from. I took it out of the Q snap. I have to cut it down. The fabric, it needs to be cut. So I'm doing this 2/1 on 18 count white Aida. And I'm trying the parking method. Now this is my first full coverage, so I'm trying, you know, I was going to try to go in the diagonal, but I'm struggling a little bit with like the process of that. I'm trying to do it, but I am struggling a little bit with that. I've been watching some Stitch With Me videos to help me out. Like I watch Gemma Stitches a lot. She stitches in the diagonal. I've been watching Stitchery Lovers just to kind of watch them stitch and like watch their hand movements and just try to figure out what might work best for me. I don't want this to be a 10-year project. I want to be able to work on it and actually work on it pretty quickly. So that is my goal. All right, now let's move on to my whips, which are my works in progress. These, oh no, wait a minute. I had one more. Okay, other piece, number 10 for me. WIPGO. I'm trying to rush through and I don't know why because I have plenty of time. I'm 10 minutes in and I don't want to rush, but I also don't want this to be like 10 years in the making either. Okay, so this is Quaker. And I do have this one also. This is by Stitching Spell. I bought this pattern on Etsy back in 2021. So there is the pattern. I changed the colors. Oops. So I am doing, instead of the 844, oh no, I'm doing 844. Let me see here. What am I doing? I'm using, these are my colors. So I have 648, which is one of the called for. Actually, they called for 647. I'm using 648. 844 I'm using, which is a called for color. And then I am using 353 and 352 as well. So these are the colors that I'm using for my Quaker. I didn't like the red, so I went with kind of like those peachy colors. And this is where I am. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. So here's where I am. I'm stitching this on 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana by Zweigert, and I really like how it's coming along. I just hope I remember where I wanted to put all of the dark colors and the light colors, because, you know, it's been almost 2 years since I worked on this last. But I think I can just stick this right onto my, actually I'll probably work on this tonight. I'll just stick it right in my stand. I'm downstairs for a while. My son's working until 10. I might be able to get a good amount done on this. We shall see. I don't use these needles anymore. Put one of my new needles on it. I used to use just regular needles that I just bought, but now I use a 26 or a 28. So all of my WIPGO goals are 10 hours to finish. So if it's a big project, I work on it for 10 hours. I know I'm not going to finish it. But if it is a smaller project, I might finish it within that 10-hour time. So it just depends on the project. These first two this year and the first two last year actually happened to be really big projects. So 10 hours will not finish them, but we'll get some progress in on them. We'll get somewhere. Okay, now on to my whips, which are works in progress. I have 1, 2. Why do I feel like there was more? Well, I'll show you these, and then between, let's see here. I did Fold in the Cheese. I finished that the other day over the weekend. I feel like I worked on more projects than that. I guess I'll just show you what I did, and then we'll go from there. I feel like I'm having a moment. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna talk about is Owl Forest Embroidery, Fox Forest. I love this one. So here it is. I hope I can get it. I pull it back a little bit. The focus is a little bit better. I love it. I worked on this on Saturday until 1 o'clock in the morning. I was on the phone with my husband, and I was just chilling and just working. And I got a lot of progress done on it. This is on the kit. This is the kit. So this is on the kit fabric. It is 32 count Belfast linen in whatever color they dyed it. And it stitches up so beautifully. And there we are. So over on Saturday, I stitched. Oh my goodness. I stitched. I'm trying to show you this whole thing. It's kind of hard to do. There we go. So I stitched this guy and all of these motifs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 all together. And then I put the ears on. These are the ears for the next fox, which is over here on the bottom. And then all I have left to do is really this like bottom corner over here. I think there's one more fox up here that I need to do. Let's take a look at the picture. No, actually it's just a big tree. So over here in this area is a big tree, and then it comes down and there's like another fox, sorry. There's like another fox and some more trees over here. And then the border. And then it'll be done. And I will be ready to put it in a frame and hang it up in my classroom. This is going in my classroom. So there's some dogs out there barking away. Okay. The other piece that I worked on is it's Snow Time. This is my one by Cottage Garden samplings. Let me see. There we go. Without the glare. Worked on this quite a bit. It is still in the hoop because I just pulled it off of my stand. And this is where he is. This is going very well. This is on 32 count platinum Lugana even weave. And I love it. It's coming out so nice. I've been working on this for a couple of days. I got all of this done, this whole cardinal. He just needs a little beak. And the arms are in, and all of this vine work, this button, and all of this white that I've been working on filling in. So I think that this is going to be very nice. I love Cottage Garden Samplings. I've stitched 2 of their pieces so far. 3, actually. I'm stitching on 2, and I finished 1, which was Peace on Earth. Okay. So that's all of my whips that I can think of. She's playing a pirate song on the piano. All right, so what am I working on? So I am working on 2020 whips. And the reason why is because I really want to get them done. I have 2, actually. Oh, no, I worked on... Where are those 2? And I was like a blubbering moron. I don't even know what's going on with me today. I'm on new medication. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that I can't speak. So this pattern came out of the July 2000 Better Homes and Gardens Keepsake Calendar. They used to put out these calendars every year, and I used to get one every year for my birthday from my mother-in-law from 1998 until around 2005. I think the last one I got was in 2005. Anyways, this one is July from 2000, and I do not have the cover photo. And so it's like a mystery stitch along for you guys. I've always said that. And so I did quite a bit of work on this while I was sitting at the DMV waiting for my driver's license. So I had already had all of this done, the border, everything. So yesterday I finished up this star, did all of the back stitch, and now I am working on this bottom. It looks like a star. It is a star right here. This square. And then there's 2 more squares. And then it says America. It says around the edges, it says America the beautiful, land that I love, your grand old flag, God bless America, land of liberty, and stars and stripes forever. This is on 25 count vintage smoky, no. It's on 25 count vintage stormy night. That's what it's on. And I want to finish this because this was my New Year's Eve start in 2020. So I actually consider this a 2021 whip because I only started it on December 31st, 2020. So it's really only been in my circulation for 2 years, if you think about it. Because its anniversary was December 31st, 2022. So I've had it for 2 years. I'm ready to be done with it. I'm ready to finish it. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble today. Like, I'm so scattered. All right. And then I don't put the chart away. So when I go to work on that, I'm going to be like, where's the chart? Then that'll be me up and down the stairs for, however long it takes me. Okay. The last whip that I worked on is also a 2021 start. And remember, I'm just kind of pulling out of that 2021 bin whatever I feel like working on. So when I organized my stuff, I have it by 2020 and 2021. Then I have 2022. And then that way I can just pull from whichever bin I feel like working on. My goal is to finish as many 2020 and 2021 whips as I can this year. So, and I've already finished 1. So, all right. So this is Afternoon in New York. I also took this to the DMV and worked on it for not very long. I didn't get much in on this, but I do want to stitch on this some more. Maybe tonight. I don't know. I always say maybe tonight, and it's never tonight. Hang on. The string is caught in a bag. Oh, come on here. How'd you get caught in there? Oh, this is really a debacle. Oh, I got it. Okay. So I started working on the bakery. This is a bakery. So I started working on that. This is how much I have done. And I started working on this building over here. And then, so there's this last building over here. And then an ice cream cart or hot dog stand. It's a hot dog stand. Yep. Hot dog stand. And then there's a street light. And then the border on the bottom and the clouds on the top. This should not be very long. This is actually very, very fun to stitch. It's really easy too. It's on 25 count Vintage Stormy Night, and it is on the same fabric and count that I did Afternoon in Paris on for her. So she'll have Afternoon in New York and she'll have Afternoon in Paris. And then I just have one more in the series for her that I would like to do, and that's the Afternoon in London. There is Afternoon in Rome, but I'm not sure that I want to do that one as well. I definitely know I want to do London though. It's so good. It's got Big Ben in the middle of it. All right. So there. Those are all my WIPs. And if I'm lying to you about working on anything else, I apologize. It'll be in my next video. All right, now we can go over plans. All right, so like I said, I'm just kind of pulling things that I feel like working on. I'm going to work my 10 hours on both of my WIPGO projects between now and the end of the month. And then I also want to get some work in on the truck snow globe. This is my only other 2020 WIP. This is by Shannon Christine Designs. So just to give you a little view of where I am. This is where I am on this. And so this is also on 25 count Vintage Stormy Night. Must be a favorite. Grays and taupes, those are my favorites. So I'm going to work on this and try to see how much I can get done on this. I would really like to finish this. This has beading in it, so I'm going to have to try to figure that out. At first I wasn't going to do the beads. I was just going to stitch whatever. But I have worked so hard to learn how to do French knots. I really feel like I need to learn how to bead. I don't even know who I am right now. Who am I? I can't even. And then I just realized that I have 2 other finishes. So hold that thought. I'm going to go get those. Okay, so it's really only one other finish. Because I finished folding the cheese. Okay, so this is the March sampler by Country Cottage Needleworks. I finished this last weekend. I love this. It's kind of hard to see that. Oh, when you get it up close, you can see it. You can see the white okay. That's what made me remember. There's French knots in this. Isn't that so cute? It's awesome. So I have finished 3 things, but one is only a partial finish. So 2 not fully finished because it's not an FFO yet, but like 2 that are complete. The cross stitch is complete. I feel like refilming. I'm sounding so blubbery today. But I'm not going to because I just don't have time. All right. So 10 hours each on my WIPGO projects. I plan to work on just whatever I pull out. So it'll be a surprise for you next time when you see what I've stitched on. Hopefully this Shannon Christine Designs truck snow globe. I want to get to the point where I am beading on that. I'm going to be watching some tutorials. So if you know of any good ones, please put them in the comments for me. Please like and subscribe. I would love to grow my channel. I would love to grow my friendships on here. You know, if you've made it all the way to the end, can you please say hello to me? I have a whip parade up. My whip parade is up. And, you know, I'm always hesitant to talk about like how my channel's doing. But, I will be celebrating my 3rd anniversary on Flosstube. Well, not my 3rd, my 2nd anniversary on Flosstube, sorry. So I started Flosstube in 2021. And I've been pretty, like, I wasn't consistent over this year because we moved from New York to Jacksonville, North Carolina. So I feel like I had a pretty good excuse for not really being present from about April until September. That's when I really started filming again. But like, it doesn't really bother me like how many people watch my videos. Like whoever is meant to watch my video, I'm happy to have them, and I welcome you all. And I just thank you so much for spending time with me, and either maybe you're stitching with me while I'm talking to you, or maybe you're just enjoying what I'm stitching on. Whatever the case may be, I really appreciate you and love you all for doing that. I never started this channel for any kind of accolades or any kind of, you know, praise or anything like that. I started this channel because no one in my family appreciates what I do. Honestly. I mean, they do. They love me. But I mean, like, when it comes to cross stitch, if I go to sit down, like, here's a good example. I'm showing my dad a piece of my cross stitch earlier in the week. And he's like, yeah, that's nice. I'm like, that's amazing. You know, like, look at how much work you did. You know, like, that's so good. I'm so proud of you. No. Yeah, that's nice. So like for me, I just started this channel so that I could have some friends and people that would share in my hobby and share in my joys and want to see what I'm working on and be interested in what I'm working on. So if that's you, thank you so much for that. I really, truly, and honestly appreciate that. And that's all I really wanted when I started this channel. I also would like to have some stitchy friendships start. I feel like I have a lot that I would want to share and hope that there's other people that maybe want to share with me. And nobody comments on my videos. And I don't really know why. I don't really know how to shift that. I don't know how to make that different. If you could just say hi to me, how are you? I would be so excited to answer you back. I do reply to all of the comments that come in on my videos, all the questions and things like that. I try to, oh my gosh, what is going on with my hair right here? Oh, distractions. It's just, it's longer than the rest. Anyway, I feel like, you know, I'm kind of a fun person, at least I try to be. If you feel inclined to just say hello to me and, you know, maybe just tell me what you're stitching on, I would love to hear it. I have things that I can use as giveaways. I shied away from it because I tried to do some giveaways when I first started my channel and no one really responded to the giveaways. And then I had one person that responded to the giveaway and then never emailed me with her information, so I could never send what she won to her. It was just one person. And so, like I said, you know, I'm not looking for praise. I'm not looking for accolades. I'm not looking for anything other than just a hi. Maybe tell me what you're stitching on. Share with me what maybe goals you're working on. If you have WIPGO projects, if you're working on your WIPGO projects, I would love to see what you're working on for WIPGO. Maybe you could, you know, like add that in the comments somewhere. Ask me questions about anything. I'm so excited to answer them for you, and we can just move on from there. Yeah. This was a blubbering mess of a video, and I really, like I said, I have no idea why. My only excuse is that I started a new medication yesterday and I feel like I'm a little bit off. But other than that, I hope you have a great night. Stitching, I hope you have a good week. And I look forward to hearing from you. And I will see you in the next one. So have a great night.